I've personally gone on record as saying that there is no sphere of life weirder than the world of professional wrestling, but I'm going to revise that statement right now and add, except advertising. You see, for whatever you might think about people who go through life not wearing any trousers but still fighting over a belt every week, the second you watch 5 minutes of Mad Men, you'll realise the advertisers of this world are infinitely worse. Besides, these vampires all think we're Slurpee guzzling, video game playing, scratch card scratching, processed meat eating, deodorant avoiding, couch potato, internet geek schlubs, and that's not true at all, is it? Slurpees are horrible. Still though, bizarre crossover content is exactly my bag, so my name is Adam Cleary and these are the 10 strangest times WWE wrestlers appeared in commercials. Number 10, John Cena, Subway. If you're still struggling to understand the entire concept of this video, then look no further than John Cena advertising Subway a few years ago. You've got Big John at a wrestling show, normal, a child eating a sandwich, normal, JC really wanting said sandwich, normal, and child refusing to share, normal, lemon normal. But then, after we're told by the mysterious Subway voiceover man that sandwiches can be made even tastier by doubling up on the toppings, which is, in fairness, just good maths, we're given the sort of sign-off that would get any normal man's hard drives confiscated.
I can't resist that double meat!
John, those are children and you're wrestling them. You absolutely need to be able to resist that double meat. Number 9, Hulk Hogan, right guard. The Hulk's is a weird dude. Here he is swinging around on a wrecking ball with no pants on, for example, but seldom has he come weirder than this advert for deodorant. Painting a tiny picture on a beach, he uses every 4-syllable word he knows as he talks about sophistication and class. Not a single human being watched this and didn't expect there to be some sort of punchline at the end. Like he was going to pick up the right guard, throw it in the sea, and scream,
"Let me tell you something, brother. That stick of crap ain't got nothing on the Hulkster's own 6-inch python roll-on antiperspirant."
Alas, though, no, just long words and a sunset. Weirdo. Number 8, Rob Van Dam, 7-Eleven. Speaking of things nobody associates with certain wrestlers, if there's any 3 numbers you'd pin on Rob Van Dam, it's probably not 7-Eleven. You're about 291 off. Anyway, back in 2002, WWE struck a deal to have a series of 3 collector cups that you could swirl your favourite flavour of slushy deliciousness into. The commercial, though, sees Rob Van Dam bullying the aborted fetus of Josh Matthews into using the special RVD cup, as well as happily pairing together his in-ring gear and taped-up fists with a pair of mom jeans. I mean, it's a look. Number 7, Ultimate Warrior, Slim Jim. Ask any normal person on the street what a wrestler in a TV advert would look like, and they'd give you an almost beat-for-beat recreation of this. The Ultimate Warrior breaks into some child's garage and then proceeds to put him and his 2 mates into about 40 combined years of therapy. He's got a box of Slim Jims, you see, and with every delicious snappy bite he screams at them to have, something in the room breaks or explodes. This is the stuff of nightmares, yes, but it's even weirder because it's the only footage of Warrior I've ever seen where you can understand every word he's actually saying. Number 6, Andre the Giant, Honeycomb. More nightmare fuel now, and Andre the Giant crashing the treehouse party of some literal children, mushing his massive face through their window and then completing a spectacular face turn all because a robot told him to. How's work going, Adam? Yes, great, ma'am, thanks, it's very normal. Andre was, in fairness, apparently the most lovable guy in all of Hollywood after his turn in The Princess Bride, so it's no surprise to see the gentle giant turning up in adverts for children's things. I don't know if there's a word for that. Children's things. Anyway, it's dead nice this, and makes the 80s look like an absolute trip. Oh, I need to record everybody singing Honeycomb's Big. Yeah, they're not small, no. Can I get everyone to do that now? Yeah, I'll get everyone to do that now.
Honeycomb's big, yeah. It's not small, no.
Terrifying, thank you. Number 5, the WWE invasion of SportsCenter. Despite the fact that ESPN SportsCenter is seldom little more than a top 10 highlight show that promotes personalities over deep and meaningful content, wrestling gets a really rough ride from it. Also, that kettle is really black. Back in the mid-90s, before Vince decided to break kayfabe, ESPN did a SportsCenter commercial where their offices were invaded by a slew of performers. Long story short, King Kong Bundy, Shawn Michaels, Diesel, and The Undertaker physically tormented the reporters for not airing their highlights during SportsCenter each night.
Yo, Miller, you know that wrestling's the #1 television sport in terms of demographics?
Oh, sure, I knew that. Everybody knows that, don't they?
The weirdest part, though, is that despite HBK, Taker, and Nash being massive stars at the time, Bundy gets all the dialogue. I guess he just looks the most wrestlery? Number 4, Kane, Stacker 2. 3 for the price of 1 here, as 2001 era Kane completes a trio of baffling fat-burning adverts where the premise is as consistent as the confusion. Basically, a man who wants to lose weight insults Kane in a public setting and, as he attempts to run away, we're told this is a stupid way to burn fat. Fair enough. But I just really want you to listen to this.
You fill up my senses.
Hey, Kane, give it a rest.
Taking his still beating fragile heart into his own hands and apparently entering an open mic night. Who's the real monster here? The hideously disfigured burn victim with no voice box and the ability to make fire burst out of the ring apron, or the cock who's just trampled all over his feelings? Number 3, Sting, Sprite. Okay, so I've got a few issues with this one, and each time I say one of them, you're going to think, okay Adam, that is definitely the worst thing that happened in this commercial. And each time I will say, no, that is somehow not the worst thing that happened in this commercial. First of all, this boy's parents have arranged for their 7-year-old to actually wrestle Sting. No, that is somehow not the worst thing in this commercial. Sting punches the child in the face and throws him into a glass cabinet. No, that is somehow not the worst thing in this commercial. The parents are absolutely fine with this and stand there ignoring his screams, videotaping the whole thing. No, that is somehow not the worst thing in this commercial. Sting tells the child at the beginning that he is from the Dream Come True Fantasy Foundation, meaning that this is effectively a Make-A-Wish child. Yes, okay, yeah, that is the worst thing in this commercial. Number 2, Ric Flair, the North Carolina State Lottery. Yes, so what we have here is that Ric Flair has opened up a big school where a load of men are wearing robes and learning how to chop each other. This, for some reason, makes us all want to buy a lottery ticket. Admittedly, the Nature Boy is an absolute cultural icon in North Carolina, so it does make sense that they'd want him to advertise their stuff, even if the whole university thing makes no sense. Presumably elbow dropping the mat and Is It Real or Is It Memorex are graduate courses here, but somebody once shot for calling it Woo University and not the very obvious Woo University. Get on my level. Number 1, Hulk Hogan, some Japanese air conditioner. Sometimes I worry that the number 1 entry in one of my videos isn't strictly speaking the best one. Sometimes I worry that I've failed you all by selecting a subpar piece of content as your main event. This is not one of those times. Hulk Hogan once went to Japan and did an advert for an air conditioner unit. Yes, alright, fair enough, you might think celebrities get asked to endorse weird stuff all the time, and let's face it, 99% of the stuff in Japan is weird. But please, just watch.
Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday comes again.
毎日
Sunday,
毎
Monday,
日
Tuesday,
日立の
Wednesday,
細長
Thursday,
は
Friday,
静か
Saturday,
サラサ
Sunday
ラ
comes again.
綺麗な空気体には細長が気持ちいいんです日立のビッグフローウェルネス
What is that poem? What does it have to do with air conditioners? Why does Japan have 2 Thursdays? Why does the closing shot have him standing behind a pair of fake legs? Why is he looking at that baby like that? Does it have a Subway sandwich? Sadly, if you want any answers to the above, I'm afraid I've got none for you, as it all just is. Well, that was fun. To play us out, here's a montage of some honourable mentions set to lovely classical music. Goodbye.
Yeah, baby, you know Mellow Yellow's got that fine sickness thing. And ooh, it'll beat that Mountain Dew every time in that taste test match.
Woo! You're about to get robbed. Hey, listen, get a fuel and a bottle energy shot.
Don't let bills blur your vision, brother. Walmart needs the equity in your paid-off car to give you fast cash.
Yeah, with those Slim Jim.
Are you ready for the Pro Glide Challenge?
It's gonna be a ring-a-ding-dong dandy.
Stab it with Slim Jim.
You want to play the game, you gotta feel the sting. Sucker!
And I'm all out of bubblegum. 私の名前は
Now 1-800-COLLECT or else.
Oh no! I really hate this part!
Tuesday night, kids night. Take 'em. Thanks, buddy. That helps.
Don't work too hard.
Violent energy! Going into the casting! Shooting forward into the knees of Jacob! Cleo in the elbow drop! The kamikaze twisted! Hogan with a counter! And then maybe Starlight! Once again, Defiant Wrestling is loaded!